Let's see if you've had this experience. You need a product description. You open AI, you write a prompt, and you get something back and you use it. Next week, you need another one. You write a fresh prompt. The output looks completely different. Different structure, different opening, different emphasis. It was the same type of request, but a completely different result. And the frustrating part is that neither version is wrong exactly. They're just inconsistent. And inconsistency is its own problem. And that's what this video is about. Most people treat every AI prompt as a one-time event. You need something, you write a prompt, you get a result. Then, next time you need the same type of thing, you write another prompt. It's a fresh start every time. The problem with that approach isn't the individual output. It's what happens across multiple outputs. The structure drifts, the tone drifts, the opening lands in a different place each time. And because AI has no memory of what worked before, nothing carries over. Even when you get a result you like, that success doesn't transfer to the next session, and you're back at zero. That inconsistency does have a real cost, and it shows up in a specific place: review time. Before you can use any AI output, you evaluate it. You check whether the structure is right, whether the emphasis is where you need it, whether anything needs to be moved or rewritten. That review takes time you didn't account for when you decide to use AI in the first place. When the structure is different every time, you're reviewing for structure every time. That's not a content problem, it's a prompt problem. And it compounds every time you run the same type of request without fixing the underlying cause. And the underlying cause is this: when your prompt doesn't specify a format, AI selects one for you. AI draws from its training data and defaults to the most statistically common structure for that type of content. That default might be fine. It might not match what you need at all. The point is that you didn't choose it. AI chose it because your prompt left that decision open. Open request, open interpretation. The output you get reflects whatever pattern AI decided to match, not the one you actually needed. And this connects directly to how AI works at the pattern level, which is something covered earlier in the series. AI doesn't answer questions, it completes patterns. Your prompt is the starting point of a pattern AI finishes. When that starting point is vague, AI matches the widest available pattern. Wide pattern match means generic output. The result is the statistical average for that type of content, which is designed to be broadly acceptable, not specifically useful to your situation. The more open your prompt, the more average the output. Every time, by design. Fill in blank prompting changes that by shifting who makes the structural decisions. Instead of writing a new prompt each time and letting AI choose the format, you build a template once. The template defines the structure, the sections, the order, the length, the tone signals. All of that gets locked in when you build it. Then you supply the specific details for each use, and AI fills those in. The blank fields are the only place where variation is still possible. Everything else is already decided. Here's what that does at the pattern level. When AI sees a partially completed structure, a template with defined sections and blank fields, it matches only the patterns that can complete the exact shape. The structural options narrow dramatically before a single word of output is generated. AI can't fall back on a preferred format. It can't drift toward the statistical common structure for that content type. The template removed those options before AI ever started. The skeleton is fixed, the content fills in, and the structure was never negotiable. It helps to be clear about what's fixed and what's variable in this approach. Fixed means the structure itself, the sections, the order they appear in, the length and depth of each section, the opening format, the closing format, the tone signals throughout. Those decisions get made once you build the template. They don't change between uses. Variable means the specific details you supply each time. The product name, the use case, the audience, whatever unique attribute applies to this particular run. That's the only thing that changes. One set of decisions made once. One set of details supplied each time. That's the whole system. When you supply a template with blank fields, you've already made most of the pattern decisions. The blank fields are where AI still has room to work. Every other structural decision has been pre-made by you. Think about what that means for the output. AI isn't choosing how to open the content. It isn't choosing which feature to emphasize first. It isn't choosing the section order. All of that was determined when you wrote the template. AI is executing a pattern you defined, filling in the specific details you provided. The pattern is yours, and AI completes it. Once the template exists, something changes about how you work with the AI output. The structure is correct before you even read the content. You stop reviewing for format because the format is already right. Review time drops to content quality only. Did AI fill in the blanks accurately? Does the content say what you need it to say? That's a much faster evaluation than checking structure and content at the same time. And the template compounds. Every time you reuse it, you return full value on the original investment of building it well. One well-designed template can serve every future use of that output type indefinitely. So here's what the comparison looks like. First, an open product description request with no template and no format guidance. Then, the same request run through a fill-in-the-blank template with the structure fully defined. Watch how the output shape changes between the two, and think about what that means for how long you'd spend reviewing and editing each one. The week prompt is this. Write a product description for a cordless drill with a lithium battery that lasts 4 hours and has variable speed settings. That prompt supplies the product details. It tells AI what the product does. What it doesn't do is tell AI how to structure the description, where to open, what to emphasize, how long each section should be, or what tone to use. All of those decisions get handed to AI. The output that comes back leads with the invented brand language. Introducing the PowerDrive Pro, your ultimate companion for every project. AI chose that opening. AI decided to lead with a product name it made up and a benefit framing it selected. The battery life and the variable speed show up, but the emphasis and order reflect AI's pattern preference, not a deliberate choice you made. Every time you run a prompt like this, you get a different version of that same drift. Different opening, different emphasis, different structure. The details change, but the inconsistency doesn't. Here's what the template prompt looks like. Write a product description using this structure exactly. Product name, blank. Primary use case, blank. Key features, blank. Ideal buyer, blank. Follow the order, one sentence per section, no brand language. The structure is defined before AI generates a single word. The sections are named. The order is specified. The length per section is constrained to one sentence. Brand language is explicitly excluded. Every structural decision that AI made freely in the weak prompt has been pre-made here. The output follows the template exactly. Product name, primary use case, key features, ideal buyer, one sentence each. No invented names, no benefit framing AI chose. No opening AI selected. The structure came from the template. AI only filled in the blanks. And that's the difference. The weak prompt produced AI's version of a product description. The template prompt produced your version, repeated consistently every time you run it. An open prompt leaves structure flexible. AI selects the pattern, output varies. A template prompt fixes the structure before generation starts. AI executes the predefined pattern. Output is consistent. The template doesn't make AI smarter. It removes a decision from AI that AI was never supposed to make in the first place. Structure is a human decision. The template is how you take it back. The mental model here is straightforward to state. A template is a repeatable system. The blank is the only variable. Everything else stays controlled. Build the template once for any output type you produce regularly. Every reuse after that returns full value on the original investment. Where your judgment still matters, you design the template. AI fills blanks accurately, but it cannot improve a template built on the wrong assumptions. If the sections are in the wrong order, the output will follow that order consistently. If a tone signal is off, every output will carry the same issue. Consistent output from a flawed template is consistently flawed output. The template design stays with you, and that's the decision AI can't make for you. If you find yourself writing the same type of prompt more than once, that's the signal. Turn it into a template. Define the sections, the order, the length, the tone. Build it once. Let AI fill in the details from that point forward. That's fill in the blank prompting. And that's why it works. And that's one more tool you now understand at the mechanism level, not just at the surface. And if you want help building templates for your own business workflows, that's exactly what Eau Claire AI does. Reach out to us at eauclaireai.com and we'll find the right starting point together. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.